Let's move on to the polling by Redbridge, which shows this is just lots of numbers in this poll from the weekend, but one of them, the atypical voter of concern for this government's a 40-year-old woman, the outer suburbs, trying to keep her family's budget and household affairs afloat amid the cost of living crisis. What's your read on that? Because your seat of Flinders is on the outer fringes of Melbourne. What's your read on that analysis by Redbridge?
Absolutely. Well, interesting analysis, but let me tell you, to buy property in my electorate is not easy, right? So even in the most working areas, you still need 150, 160 to be able to buy a house. That takes years and years and years of saving. If you're a 40-year-old woman with a couple of kids, it's 9, 10, 12 years of saving before you get there, right? Except that Albo's just made it harder.
It's very, not many people would be saving right now.
But you've got to save for the 20% deposit. It's really hard just to get there. Some people, to get ahead, they might buy a really small apartment somewhere, right, just as a way of getting ahead. When you look at the data as to who has negative geared, it's more often mums and dads, it's nurses, it's teachers, it's coppers, right? They're just trying to get a foot into the real estate market before they can actually sell that and then upgrade to something that's good for the home. And so to wipe that out, and I think COS's poll pretty much said that, let's go cold turkey and no negative gearing from tomorrow. So it's unsurprising that 39% were opposed. You know, that's the people who get hit. And what would you do? You'd leave a market open for kind of big investors, superannuation firms, to come and clean up. So you won't necessarily have more cheaper property on the market for anyone to buy. You'll just have different owners, hundreds of properties.
So putting you in the spot, backbencher here, what is the answer to, young people getting into the market?
Supply, 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 supply. Incentivisation for supply as much as we can possibly do.
So just keep growing as a nation, more and more people, and just build more houses.
We're going to have to. Like, if you look at the rental market at the moment, it's so tight, particularly across Melbourne, but it's really tight in my electorate. Interestingly, there was a talk before about getting more property on the market. Many people have second homes in my electorate. They're not going to put them on the rental. They're not going to put them on the rental market. Land tax is excruciating. You could never charge people enough rent to cover your taxes. If you can afford a second property in my electorate, it's just because you've had it forever. It's for your family. Everyone enjoys it. Everyone shares it. But it's not going to put another house back on the market.
But beyond supply, do the Liberals and the Coalition need to take a housing policy targeted at that cohort to the next election? Not just super for housing, we've heard that before, something else that would entice that cohort.
But Trudy, that cohort is the kind of median Australian now. The average Australian is a 30 or 40-year-old woman. So we actually have to take policies across the board to that demographic.
Zoe McKenzie, appreciate it. See you on Thursday.